Hello from North Street, England. Time's money, or so they say in the West. So today, we're going to look at some times, specifically for weeks, and questions you can use with other people for those different times. Okay, here we go. Today, this week, last week, 2 weeks ago, the week before last, next week, the week after next, in 2 weeks' time. Let's start with today. It's the 16th of the month. Today's an unfinished time. So in the UK, England, Wales, Northern Ireland and Scotland, we use the present perfect to ask questions. Hey Lucy, what have you done today? I've been shoe shopping and bought a new pair of shoes. Have you met anyone today? Yes, I've met 2 friends of mine. We went shopping together, and after that we went to a cafe to drink some coffee. This week is from the 13th to the 19th. This week is the same as today. They're both unfinished times. This week finishes on Sunday. We're only on Wednesday now. Again, we can use the present perfect when we use this week because it's an unfinished time. Hey Tom, what have you done this week? I've been to the pub. How many times have you been? I've been twice. Twice? So you've been every night so far this week? Yes. What have you done in the pub? I've been with my friends, talking, drinking and stuff like that. Last week was from the 16th to the 12th. Last week is a finished time, so we can use the past simple to ask questions about it. Let's see an example with Jim. Hello Jim, how are you? Not bad, can't complain. We have a question for you. What did you do last week? Well, nothing special. I just did what I always do. And what was that? I worked. I worked in my flower shop. How many days did you work last week? I worked 5 days. I had the Saturday off. Why did you take the Saturday off? Because it was my daughter's birthday. So we had a party for her and her friends. This could be 2 weeks ago, the week before last. The week before last was from the 29th of last month to the 5th of this month. Again, this is a finished time, so we can use the past simple. Let's see an example with George. Hey George, you're looking healthy. How are you doing? Super, thanks. We have a question for you. What did you do the week before last? Let me think. Oh yes, I've remembered it now. We went to a lovely castle in Wales. We? Who did you go with? I went with Bob, silly. Who else would I go with? Sorry, that was silly of us. Why did you go to a castle in Wales? Well, they had a beer festival there. It was rather special, drinking beer in a castle. George, I didn't know you liked beer. I don't, silly. But we didn't go for me. We went because Bob wanted to go. He's a real beer monster. Next week is from the 20th to the 26th. This is a future time. The English future is a bit more complicated than the past. We can use, what are you going to do next week? What are you doing next week? There's George's mum. Hi, Can we ask you a question? Yeah, sure, go ahead. What are you going to do next week? Next week? I haven't really thought about it. Perhaps I'll take Greg for a long walk to the forest. That sounds nice. Don't you have anything else planned? No, not really. But I think I'll try out my new Chinese tea set. I have some lovely oolong tea from Taiwan that I haven't tried yet. If you do that, be sure to invite us. I will do. The week after next, in 2 weeks' time. The week after next is from the 27th of this month to the 2nd of next month. Hi Lucy, it's us again. We forgot to ask you, what are you going to do in 2 weeks' time? That's easy to answer. I'm going to Tokyo, Japan. Wow, that sounds nice. Are you going there for a holiday? No, I'm there for work. My boss has a very important meeting with our Japanese clients. How long are you going to be there? I'm going to be there for 2 weeks. So once again, a quick recap for times in the month, in particular weeks, starting with today, this week, last week, 2 weeks ago, the week before last, next week, the week after next, in 2 weeks' time. Give your English a boost and subscribe to English Simplicity for more easy to understand English.